Hey, what's good? Welcome to or welcome back to the channel. Back with another video for you guys. Today I'm on a 2006 Honda Odyssey. You see it's a 3.5 VTEC. We're getting ready to do a tune-up on this guy. Emergency tune-up. We're getting a misfire for cylinder 3. And this has over 180,000 miles. So just want to show you what you got to do to go ahead for those who don't know. And let's go through it. You're going to need a number 6 Allen for sure to remove these coil your coil bolts for your coil packs. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. You got these right here, one on this side, one on this side. Just gonna twist them like this, bam, to see they're locked, and then we're gonna unlock it here. So up like this is unlocked, then you just pop it up just like that. Lift your cover up and out. All right, let's get to the surgical procedure. All right, so you got 3 up here, okay, for your spark plugs, right? So you got 3 coil packs up here. This is where the number 6 Allen comes in. Let's move this up and out the way a little bit more. All right, so number 6 Allen. That's going to be for all 3 of these. We're going to do this tune up now, but I already removed these in the back, so just to cut time, you're going to squeeze these in from the side here. Sometimes they break, but sometimes they don't. See, that one wasn't there. Somebody had broke it before, and this one looks like it as well. But as long as the seat's on there good, like that, that one's broke as well, but the vehicle's running fine. Sometimes this happens, and this one looks like it's intact. So let's squeeze and see. And take a peek, and this one's missing as well. So as long as they're on there, it happens. You don't have to do a wire splicing or anything unless it's broke, okay? So I already show you these guys here. I'm not going to break these free. I always start in the back on the hardest first, and then I work myself to the easiest. So these back here, you're going to have to do by feel, okay? And I'm glad it's not the 2010 model, because you're going to have to remove your intake on that model. So back here, see if I can get some lighting. Number 6 Allen to get these bolts out. Let me hold the phone for a second just to show you guys this a little closer, and then I'll set back up on the tripod. All right, make sure I don't drop my phone. All right, so you got one here. That's number 1. I'm not saying the cylinder order. 2, and that guy over there, that'll be number 3. So you can get them out. That's the guy over there. So I already got those out, and I just wanted to show you those in the back. They are accessible, so that should help out on the visual. So I'm getting ready to get back there and start cranking those first. I'm gonna use a 3-inch extension and a regular ratchet. Right, tighty, lefty, loosey. Make sure. You might have to separate and build because you're feeling around quite a bit. And if it's too long like that, you might have to go a shorter. So I'm going to use like a 1.5 inch just to give me some height. Our engine is a little warm still. So just to give me a little height, got another 3/8, 1.5 inch extension. So we're just going to pull this out and just switch to it for now. And we're going to need at least a 6-inch extension, one of these guys, when we go down into there to get that. I believe it's a 5/8 spark plug, but I'm not quite sure, because but 90% of the time it's a 5/8. And okay, don't even need that, so let's pop it off and make it shorter all the way down just to the socket. Wish we had more magnetic spots to see better, but let's hold the light. Let's put this here for some protection. And let's get to it. And I know I'm probably blocking the camera. Let's see. Yep, surgery comes this way then. Hopefully that'll help a little better on the view, just to see a little bit better. Maybe I should come around a little more. Nope, that's too much. All right, so let's just say about there. And let's move this out a little bit, and let's give it a test. Yeah, we're gonna fly with it. We're gonna fly with it about right there. All right, righty tighty, lefty loosey, check your wrench. Okay, and just feel around, feel for your socket. Make sure you're on there good. Just break them free, and hopefully they all come out as far as the boot's not breaking or anything. Okay, so here we're up against our look like the heater core hose, so it's going to be a little tight right here for this last one. I'm going to see if I can squeeze it in. If not, I'm going to use maybe a 7mm or something to crank that over, or let me see if I got a short 6. 5. 1/4 inch. See if the 1/4 inch will fit. That's probably as close. Let's see if it fits on the other one. Nope. Just wanted to see. Alright, so we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do. So on this aspect, this is what I'm going to do. Take my head and see if I got some baby wrenches. Alright, let me find my build and I'll be right back. Alright, so we're back. Wasn't able to get the socket in there and didn't have to do any special build, but if I did, I was going to get like maybe a 7mm wrench, put this in there and crank her over. But we found well, not 7, number 6. Or it's number 7, whatever the millimeter width is at. But yeah, number 6 Allen standard. You can get in there and crank her free, and it should be loose enough to spin these out by hand. So I'm glad I was able to cheat, not really, but use that so I don't have to do anything strenuous. This one might be a little bit of a headache when you pull it out. We'll see real quick. Let's take this one out first. Get one of the belts out for the coil pack. Let's see what we get. And just take your time spinning it out so you don't drop it down in there. Magnet ball. Let's give it some twists back and forth, like side to side, and pull up at the same time. See if she'll come all the way out. Might be able to squeeze past this hose. Let's see if I got a spot for this. Now, at least somewhere, please. Right here. And let's wiggle around this hose. And we should be able to pull it out. Let's see. Yay! Alright, so you're just going to have to wiggle around the hose. And we have no oil inside. A little oil on the outside, but that's kind of common for 200,000 miles. But it's not leaking inside or anything. The coil packs don't look bad. If you want while you're in here and you can afford to, or if you feel like it, you can change out your coil packs. So let me get one of these plugs out back here. And I'm glad I didn't have to remove the intake manifold to do this job. So we're going to build this inside. Just want to make sure we are a 5/8. It's been a while since I've done a Honda. Let's see. As far as the tune up. So we're going to have to do a build. Switch down to our 3. And let's work it down in there. And you'll feel it. Let's see what we get. That one feels like it's something blocking. Let's see there, coil. No came off. Oh, the rubber boot stayed. So, yeah, that's the stuff I don't like. So let's see if we can get this rubber boot out. So it decided to live in there. That's why I can't get my 5/8 in there right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get one of these hooks like this. I should be able to grab it on the side and pull it out. Hopefully I can get it down in there far enough. Man, I can't see, but we should be able to. Let's see if I can get it. I might have to go with the spiral one. Let's see. Alright, so this one has like a spiral on it. So I'm going to try to spin it. And you think you're going to just change the spark plug sometimes, and then you got to do something else on your mission. Come on, Mr. Rubber Boot. Yeah, this is that mud I'm talking about. All right, so I'm gonna proceed on doing this. Pause the video. I think I almost had it there, just to not waste time. Hopefully the rest of them come out for me with no issue. And let me find a good spot to set this up too. So I'm about to proceed. I'll let you know how long it took me to get it out, and I'll be back. All right, so we back. Took me about 20 minutes to get that out. I just had that bushing. Moving stuff around. There it is. So after getting and pulling it, a piece inside fell out too. But as you can see, came off the coil pack here. So I knew there was something in there once I was trying to dig my 5/8 down in there. I had to switch from this small guy to this long guy, and I had to stick it in there, kind of spiral around and pull. You're gonna have to do that if you have this issue. And I think I picked these up for no more than 30 bucks at AutoZone. You might be able to find some at Harbor Freight a little less. But let's go ahead and walk down the line. We got everything broke free. Hopefully all the rest of them come out. I'm just getting this set and ready. We're gonna have to go back and get plugs. So we'll go and get plugs. Let's see if this is the 5/8. I think I still got a piece down in there. Yep. Still got some rubber down in there. All right. So let me dig some more, see what else is in there. And all right, so we back after digging, getting that out. Took probably about a total of 35 minutes to make sure all the debris was out of the cylinder. So now it's time. This is the corporate of the misfire here. This spark plug is pretty hit. I think it's almost 200,000 miles in. All right, so we're going back with the Iridium auto lights. So you can pick whatever you like. I usually go NGK, but you know, these days they're pretty expensive, and these should hold up just as well. And we'll know once we start the car and see how she's running. All right, so I recommend you do this as well. Match up your parts. Always match them up. These shouldn't need to be gapped. They come pre-gapped, all right? So let's put a little anti-seize on there, so I recommend you do that. Don't have to be a lot. Just like that, and let's just spin it around. And that should be enough because you're going to thread it in. So, yep, let's get to it, getting this one in there. 5/8 socket, okay? I'm going to use my magnetic one with the swivel on it. All right, so let's get on back in here and drop this one in. I already removed the coils because I was having some issues, but all good. About to drop down in here. Let's get it. All right. And you might have to feel around for your holes. So let's do that real quick after we get a nice magnetic spot to hold us still. There we go. All right, feel around and you will be able to get in there, okay? And hand tighten as much as you can. Just make sure you don't cross thread. And about to build this guy back up. There we go. And as much as we can. And that's tight right there. All right, since we know we're tight, go ahead and get our 1.5 inch extension. And we're gonna go tight in a quarter turn. Make sure your wrench is righty tight, lefty loosey. And this will help me get in there. Not quite there yet. Thought we were tight. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. All right. Let's get that tight, and I'm gonna proceed to the back, and I'm gonna follow the same procedure in front on camera. Be back. All right, so we back, got everything complete in the back. So I figured I'd do this in the front on cam. You know, already we done broke these guys free, got all the wires disconnected. I got one coil pack out, but I want them all out first, and then we're gonna start dropping them in. All right, that should be loose enough, yep. Get these out real quick. Let's wiggle and pull these. Sometimes the rubber will get stuck a little bit around here and it'll pull, so you gotta pop it back in like that. Back in, around and around. Set that out the way. Let's go ahead and get these out. These are 5/8 spark plug sockets. That means 5/8 spark plug socket removal tool. And let's get a baby extension. And let's break them all free. This one up and out. That one didn't stick on as much. All right. And let's proceed on getting this one out. Get this, sir. There we go. Separate. Go back in. Make sure it's on there good. Check the wrench. And we'll start with this one. Removable. Let's get us a new plug. We have already matched these guys up. So set that there and proceed on backing this one all the way up. The main thing is taking your time, and definitely you don't want to cross thread these. So definitely take your time. And this magnetic one isn't my friend. It's only magnet around the rim, and this one isn't long enough. Let's see if we got anything yet. Yep, we do. Put a little more anti-seize. A little one here, just a tinge. Spin it around. Alright, let's guide this on in. It might slide off. If it does, just kind of wiggle your socket around. You'll feel it jump back on there and just start hand tightening. Much as you can by hand. Got all these other guys broke free, so I'm just going to remove them one at a time. Yep, cylinder 3 misfire today. And I'm just going to use a stubby to tighten this. They're not supposed to be super tight. Like 10 to 15 foot-pounds, but I usually just tighten them by hand in a quarter turn. So we stopped. And just a little bit. There we go. Alright, so we got him in there. Let's go ahead and replace our coil for that. Go ahead and snap him on. It should click, but these aren't clickable because they're broke. Happens through time, heat and stuff. Plastic. Yeah, that stuff. Alright, so we're just going to set this one back up. Might have to wiggle a little bit to get it back in its spot. There we go. Nope, not quite. I think we may have been offset a little too much. Let's see. Let's go up a little bit. Oh, right there. Go. Alright, I'll tighten that up in a minute. Let's get the rest of these guys up and out. If I can get this out, hopefully, it said no copyright music, so hopefully I don't get one. If I do, all good, not tripping. But yeah, the whole job, if you don't run into any issues doing this, maybe it'll take you 45 minutes to an hour. Like I said, as long as you don't run into any issues. And you got to account for the fast forwarding parts on everybody's videos. And I don't fast forward mine, it's straight mud. There we go. We got 2 more to go. Just move these out the way. And the same thing, anti-seize. You don't have to use it. I stick by it. Had some spark plugs break off in engines before, and that comes from heat and anti-seize. So let's go ahead and pop this one in, and we'll have one more to do. All right, so we got a minor issue, so let's go sideways with it. There we go. And get it set. All right, let's start the spinning process. All the way down till it stops. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Stop a little bit. You'll feel it, definitely. All right, one more to go. Let's go ahead and pop our coil pack back in for this guy. And get our wire back on. Best as possible because we had a broken clipper thingy. Feels like we started. Let's see. Not quite. Do some adjusting. Is that it? Right there. Let's see. Yep, there we go. Alright, let's get this last one out. And get his new strand in. Thought I had that one cranked enough. Alright, now we should be good. Yeah, it's good to have you some extra extensions, definitely some 6 and some 3-inch extensions, some 1-inch extensions. They all come in handy. As you can see, I'm maneuvering and popping them off as we go. Otherwise, you're going to have like a little short distance. It's going to make it a little harder of a struggle, or you might not be able to get to it at all because 2-3 inches sometimes ain't it, or just as 3-inch by itself ain't it sometimes. Alright, let's see where we at, and I see him fall back in for me. So it goes there for now. Let's proceed on getting this guy out. Magnet is definitely a good thing to have. Be able to get these guys out. About $5, $6. Menards, Harbor Freight, all these other good places. Alright, so we're down to our last plug and coil. And we're going to tighten everything down. Triple check your work. Make sure everything's good. One last piece of anti-seize. And I've been having this pack for a long time. Probably about a couple years. Yeah, because I don't really need a lot. And that was when they really used to put some in there. So, but yeah, still got quite a bit. Probably get me through another 6 to 10, 15 tune-ups just because of how much you don't have to put a lot on these things. So, yep. Let's get it to work in. If it comes off, just kind of wiggle around and make sure it sets and start hand tightening. Get my little extension again. Just give me a little more leverage, a little more grip area. And this will be the last cylinder. And we have all plugs changed, and we will start the vehicle after we get everything tightened back together before we put the cover back on. See if I got enough clearance there. Let's see. It should be. Yep. Tight. A little bit. Alright. Start separating this guy. Everybody's in. Hardest part of this whole job today was pulling out this rubber boot. So yeah, problem. Headaches. Not really one, but makes the job a lot harder. You know, we don't like to work hard. Well, I don't. hopefully you don't either. All right, got him on there good. Swiggle it on down. Mash him on there. All right, let's get this screw in and start it. Let's adjust it a little bit. There we go. I think I'm there. Yep. And these you're definitely gonna have to hand tighten all the way, just because they're so loose. Either hand tight with your fingers or with your socket. All right, so everybody's tight. And let's torque them down. Don't use a torque wrench, just tighten them till they're tight. Just enough. Tighten a quarter turn. Just enough. All right. Definitely don't want them too tight. Just double check everybody. And like I said, triple check your work just to make sure. So we got everybody tight. Everything is cool. All right, next mission is to start the vehicle. Just scan around, make sure all your connectors are on. And we're about to start this and make sure we're good. And we moved nothing else at all. All right, let's go ahead and start it, see what we got. Should be running good. No more put. I think the key's already in there still. All right, let's see what we get. All right, so I got to clear these codes for the misfire. Run, but it sounds a lot better. I'm gonna let it run. It was fluttering real bad, but I'm gonna clear the code, see if the misfire comes back. We just did an oil change on this, so hopefully it'll quiet down. It's first start after the oil change and tune up. But yeah, this is how you do it. Hit a thumbs up, like, subscribe. It always helps the channel. If you don't want to see my content all the time, just turn off the notifications. But those that have subscribed, I appreciate you and watching the content, and hopefully this helps you on the tune-up. You see, we had a little piece of the mud today, and always remember, rust is the enemy on these things. And to the next video, guys, I am out.